the PostInfo menu in Blogsy. The PostInfo menu is this gear and pencil, and it's going to be where you set all your post information. So after you've written up your post, you could do it before you've written up your post, but I typically do it after I've written up my post. You open this and do all your settings. So here, let's take a look. You have, first, you can choose your blog. So if we choose the blog, and you've also got the title and the publish date, you can set the publish date, schedule it, or past date, or set the publish date if you want, or automatic will be the date and time that you publish the post. It will automatically set to that date and time. And you could also set the title and the publish date up here, but we've also added it to the PostInfo menu. And here, just quickly go through, depending on the blogging platform you use, you'll get different options. So not all APIs for blogging platforms have the same options. So the WordPress API is the most rich, so it gives you the most options. So I'm going to go start with that and go through that. You can choose the post type. Is it a page or a post? You can go through the status. Is it you're going to publish it right away or scheduled? Is it pending, meaning someone else has to look through it and approve it? Or is it a draft? You're going to do a draft of it. You can set that there. Categories. Blogsy will go and fetch all the categories from your blog, and then you can just select them. You could also filter based on them, or you can add a new one for yourself. So let's say vid and hit add, and it will create that and automatically select it for your blog, for one that you've chosen for this blog. So you can see it's there. If you have a lot of categories and you don't want to keep fetching them every time, Blogsy will remember your categories, and you can go here, general settings, automatic fetch tag, automatically fetch categories. You can turn this off, and so then it won't fetch your categories and tags every time if you don't like waiting for that. Your tags is similar to categories, and we put in to turn off category tag fetching, because if you have approximately over 6,000 tags on your WordPress blog, takes up too much memory, and your blog, it's a limitation on the WordPress side, it will send back an error code. So if that's the case, you either have to delete a bunch of tags from your blog, or you just have to turn off the fetching in Blogsy so you don't get that error code. Comments, allowed, not allowed. Visibility, is this a public post or a private post? So only people that sign into your blog can see it. You can set your plug. You can set your post format, and we go through all the standard post formats. Custom fields, you can create custom fields. Is it a sticky post? You can turn that off and on. You can set your featured image, and with featured image, Blogsy will determine, is your WordPress blog 3.4 or later. If it's 3.4 or later, then the featured image is part of the API, and you can just set your featured image. If your blog is pre 3.4, then setting the featured image is not part of the API, and you have to go and change some PHP files on your server to be able to set the featured image through Blogsy. Do you want to do an excerpt? And also, do you want geotagging turned on or off? And then finally, the default photo up location. If you've dragged photos into your post directly from the iPad photo library, this is where they will be uploaded to. So that's the WordPress one. And other common one is Blogger. In Blogger, you have a lot fewer options. That's just the way the API works. So the post type, is it a post or page? Is it draft? Turn draft on and off. And then in Blogger, they use labels. And here, different blogging platforms have different options. Let's go back to this. Here, one thing to notice, this button up here is dynamic. So if you put it as your post is going to publish, then it'll say publish. Pending, save as pending. And if you tap that, then it'll send it to your blog. Draft, save as draft. Also, if you put a future date on it and put it as publish, then it'll show as schedule. So this button is dynamic, and this will also happen if you fetch a post from your blog and want to update it. This will change to say update as draft or update, and it'll change dynamically. So that is the PostInfo menu in Blogsy.